you could just imagine the scale of 20 years plus occupation, 380 rock mines, less than 4 years of work. And that's what only Project Masam have encountered. We're not counting, rock mines being found by other, by military engineers, by, the giant brigades or anyone else. This is just Project Masam. Nowhere in the world have ever used so many IEDs in one place.
So we were finding these mines, these claymore mines, which are designed to be placed like this and shot out like that as a military ambush. We were finding them in the ground like this with those pressure plates in front of them. So if one person stepped on them, they would be literally ripped apart by the blast. I have never seen that in all the depths of war depravity that I've seen. I have never witnessed that improvised usage of a claymore mine. Where it is in that picture is a school. That picture is a school, and during a time that Al Houthi occupied that school, they dug up the floor, they lifted the floorboards, as you can see, the tiles, they dug up the ground underneath, and they placed this charge inside this school, and then they covered it up. They put the tiles back, and then they ran wires through the walls of the building and covered them with cement so that they can just attach an initiation device to that anytime and blow the whole school up. We now find these routinely and regularly in Yemen. Not only that, the general size of them, if you can see where the Masam deminers are moving. You get a sense of the scale of them compared to his hand. That's a normal size for them. If you look at the picture in the bottom, you can see it compared to the legs of the deminers. So the Houthis are also producing ones this big, like a small dustbin. No one has ever produced a mine like that. And these are all homemade. These are all made by the Houthi forces. So it's deliberately.
Most of the casualties are either old men, women, or children in their own villages, or like fishermen villages on the west coast, going to school, going to the hospital, using a desert road, herding, doing agricultural work. That's where all the accidents are happening. Al Houthi did not leave one spot of Yemen that he has not planted, used landmines or IEDs in those areas. Those victims have no idea what they're encountering and what's going to happen to them when they leave their homes, going to school or to farm or to herd or to do whatever they do that day. You hear a lot of stories of little children who just in small villages who just went out to fetch water back to their homes, and they would be blown apart. The lucky ones, maybe you get an amputation. Most of them are actually torn apart, and they didn't have a chance actually.
So to date, as of the end of the last month, we have cleared, the project has cleared 120,000 anti-tank mines, almost 5,000 anti-personnel mines, over 7,000 of the IEDs and the rock mines that Ousama was mentioning, and another almost 200,000 items of UXO, unexploded ordnance. If you took every country affected by landmines and added up the numbers there, you wouldn't come to those totals.